Now you know the basics of the script editor window. Let's go ahead and create our first formula. So what I'm going to do is create some custom columns for a watch list. So I'm going to click F3 on my keyboard, brings up the security selection window, and I'm going to do the ASX sector indices. So I'm going to click the plus to expand ASX shares, and then under indices we have level 1, and I'm going to open list as watch list, and there they appear on the left hand side there. So you don't have to manually type the tickers, you can open up folders easily into a watch list. Now to add columns, I'm going to click the plus sign there and then new script column, and that brings up this editor window as you saw in the previous video. Now there's two types of results in a script. You can have either a value or a true false condition. So I'm going to create a column to show the RSI value of these indices. So new add script, and I'm going to call this RSI value. And as you can see, the name has changed on the left. If we click into the editor window, start typing RSI, and then all the options for functions that contain those letters appear in the drop down list. So you can see there RSI is what I want. I'm going to hit enter, and it's automatically added the parentheses to the formula. Now to determine what criteria the program is using for this calculation, we click on that function. So if I click on the RSI text, this little window pops up showing the properties, and by default this is using a 10 period RSI. But let's say I want to make it 14. As I click that, it adds it to the formula. Also adds the bars equals text, so you don't need to manually type that in. It'll automatically do that for you. Now as you can see down the bottom of that window, it says script is valid, which obviously means that it's a correct formula. If I didn't have that parentheses after the 14, you can see there it changes in red there. It's not a valid script, so there's obviously something wrong. So let's put the parentheses back, and now it's valid again. And as we click apply, it gives you a warning that you're updating the script. Yes, I want to change it. It's added that column, RSI value. Now if we open up a chart, this is a daily chart, stick RSI 14 on it, you can see, I'll just show in price scale, value 64.17 is the same as the column, as you would expect. And again, as we scroll down, it will all update as we go. So let's add another column, this time with a true false condition. So again, click the plus sign, new script column. This time I'm not going to click on new and create the script, because there may be instances where you don't want to save everything that you create. So I'll show you what happens in that instance. So this time we want to do RSI again, RSI, enter, click on it to get the properties, change it to 14, and this time I want a true false of where it is above 70, so greater than 70. Script is valid, apply, and there you can see true false in that column. But the key thing is because I haven't saved the formula, it just appears as script in the column heading. But we can go ahead and change that label. So right click on that script column, and that first option there, column label, RSI greater than 70. And you can see that out of those sectors, only 2 of them are above that value. Let's do one more example of a true false column. So plus new script column, and I want to do is a moving average greater than another moving average. So MA for moving average, again hit enter, greater than another moving average, and hit enter. Now to change the properties, again click on the text. So by default it's a 5 simple period moving average, so let's change that to 13. Let's say I want to make it an exponential based on the close. And is that moving average greater than a 30 period exponential? And we'll leave it as high low close, and then click apply. And you can see in all conditions, or sorry, that condition for all these indices is true.